Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm really excited to share today's video with you because I've been using this device kind of off on my own. I didn't share when I received this. I just kind of started using it, and I've been using it now for the last 6 weeks, and I'm very excited to share some results today. We are going to be talking about the Scienlodic Photon Therapy Lipo Pad. I want you to ignore the lipo part of that name, but we'll get to that here in a second. Also, before we get too far into the video, I do want to let you guys know that the company Scienlodic did reach out to me and offered to send me a device, and I said yes. Here's the thing though, whenever a company like this reaches out, and this is specifically mostly with items that are larger, more expensive, a little bit more of an investment, if you will, I always tell companies, if I don't like the device, I am totally happy to send the product back to you. You know, if you don't want me to share my true and honest thoughts, then I will totally send the product back. But I am not going to share false information. I'm not going to make things up in my video. I will share what my true experience is. So there are some companies that have said, oh, no thanks. They don't want to participate in that, which is fine. It's totally fine. But to my surprise, a lot of companies are like, oh yeah, that's totally good. You know, and most companies don't even want me to send the device back. They're like, if you don't like it or you don't get anything from it, just, forget about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what this device is, how I've been using it, the benefits, all of that. I just wanted to make very clear at the start of this video that I did not pay for this device, but all opinions and the experiences are still going to be my own. So there are a ton of benefits that I have personally experienced from using red light therapy for mostly my face and my neck over the course of the last few years. This was where I started with red light therapy, and I have been using this panel light, this bad boy right here. You guys know her well. I've been using this now for, like I said, a few years, and I've noticed some really great skin benefits for sure. I will say I have a pretty extensive skincare routine, and I also use tretinoin to boot. So I think the red light combined with the skincare and, specifically the tretinoin, have definitely helped to keep my skin looking its best for my age, which I am 44. So, and I just have also found that one of the benefits specifically from red light therapy, and this is where it got me thinking about oh, I wonder what this would do if I was able to use it on my body. One of the benefits that I noticed was I was getting a lot less migraines. And this is something that red light therapy has helped some people with who have had migraines, is a reduction in the number of migraine headaches. And while I still did get a few here and there, they were not nearly as frequent. Migraines for me are often triggered by stress. That's fun. Also a change in seasons, like if the weather changes really drastically, that can cause me to have a migraine. And sometimes just hormonally, I can also deal with migraines. But for me, one of my biggest triggers is definitely stress. I find that the red light, especially when I am doing it on my face, so my head, it just really has a calming and soothing effect on me. I used to do it before going to bed, however, decided to switch it to the morning. And it doesn't necessarily make me sleepy, but it just makes me really relaxed. So it's also a good way to start the day, right? I'm still using this on my face 3 days a week for about 12 to 15 minutes. And I just set the light in front of me here. However, this isn't a great device. This one specifically right here is not great for treating the body. It was hard for me to prop it up places. I do have a little hangy thing where I could put it on a door or something, but that's not always super convenient. I really wanted something that would address my entire body. So about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I started setting money aside every single month, just money that I was getting as tips for, weddings, floral deliveries, things like that. Any extra money that I got for my mom was still giving me money for like my birthdays and things, for Christmas and stuff. My mom was always like, here's a check. Like, you know, she never knows what to buy for me, so here's money. Anyway, so all of that I was setting aside, slowly squirreling that away. And unfortunately, I did have enough to get like a pretty big like panel system put together, but we had a family situation come up last fall, and that money needed to be put to a different purpose. So that's fine. Totally happy to have that happen. I am totally okay with that. But it means I need to restart the savings to get this panel light. I'm planning on putting it in the corner over here. It's gonna be my pride and joy. Still very excited to get that, but I want something for the meantime. So that's where this bad boy came in. This is why I was super interested in testing this out. So this one here is the Photon Therapy LipoPad. They are currently sold out of this. It is slated to be back in stock on their website, I believe end of May. So I'm going to be linking something that is quite similar in the description box down below, but the discount code works on anything on their website. So whether you want their handheld device, they also have a panel system as well. If you want, they have a cap if you are dealing with alopecia. Red light can be really good for that. So whatever you want on the website, but I will link a pad that is very similar to this one. So just so you can get a kind of good look at the size here, this is the Photon Therapy LipoPad. It comes with a really long cord. I mean, this thing is like, it's super long. So if your plug-in is across the room, you're not gonna need an extension cord. This thing is quite long. Also, it's very flexible, very comfortable. It has a nice soft fabric on it. Mine is currently covered in pug hair because we have pugs. It also came with, and I have never even used this, but this is just a Velcro thing. It's stretchy, so you can actually attach this to different areas of your body. Say you wanted to treat like a shoulder, you could attach it with that Velcro to your shoulder. If you wanted to wrap this around your belly, you could do that. If you wanted to wrap it around your lower back or your upper back, you could do that. And this is great because if you also wanted to treat other areas of your body like your head, you could totally just, you know, like you don't have to buy the cap. You can just use this. Does this look silly? 100%, but do you care? You're gonna be doing this at home. I don't think you care. So anyway, what I liked about this is the flexibility in terms of where on your body you could use it. You can lay on this, or you can just lay it on top of you. It conforms to your body. I love the flexibility of this. And typically I was using this in my bed at night, you know, before going to bed type of situation. So I just have this plugged in next to my bedside. And for the last 6 weeks, I have been using this at least 4 nights a week for about 20 to 25 minutes per session. The wonderful thing is there are a few, you have this really neat little remote here. So you actually have 4 different like intensities of light. So level 1 through level 4. This does feature both, it's 660 nanometer red light therapy as well as 850 nanometer invisible near infrared, so NIR. And this is rated at 180 watts and the size is 11.81 inches by 31.49 inches. So a pretty substantial size here. And let me tell you about the lifespan. So the lifespan of these bulbs are supposed to be over 50,000 hours. Like you're gonna have this for a long time. Like you're gonna have it for a long time. So, and this, there's a timer on here. So you set the timer and it turns off automatically when you're done. This is very, very easy to use, you guys, and kind of a no-brainer. So love that. Very simple to get going with this. Comes with, you know, your basic like instruction manual. All the specs are in here. So, you know, feel free to read through that. Comes with this little plastic pad. So if you wanted to use this red light device while you were doing maybe yoga, or you were doing a plank, if you're into planking, you can set this. Basically, this would catch the sweat, make it easier to clean the device. Quite frankly, I don't want to use this while I'm exercising. I was using it after exercising. So let me tell you guys about some of the benefits that have been, I guess, some of the conditions, problems, life situations that red light therapy can help with. So red light therapy can actually help with pain reduction. It can enhance bone recovery. It reduces inflammation. It can help with hair growth. So there are certain types of alopecia that actually respond quite well to red light therapy. That's why you see a lot of those caps being sold. And like I said, if you just plop this on your head, or you just lay on it, because you can also lay on top of this. Like, you can treat the back of your head very easily. Like, there have been times where I have like been treating like my upper back, and I've just wrapped the other part of it around, like towards the top of my head, and just held it there with a pillow and done some therapy for my head. I don't have alopecia or anything like that, but it can't hurt, right? So hair growth is a big thing. Injury recovery. A lot of athletes use red light therapy to heal after, you know, sports. I don't really do the sports. That's not my thing. I do work out, but nothing major. It can help with wound healing. It can help with exercise recovery, migraines and headaches, which was something that I definitely noticed. It can help you have a more restful sleep at night. There's so many benefits to red light therapy. And for me, because I noticed such a great change in my face, I figured it could probably only help if I used it on other areas of my body. So red light therapy is really interesting because those different wavelengths of light can actually penetrate to differing levels in your skin. And basically what it does is it helps cells produce more adenosine triphosphate. And I am reading this part because there was no way I was going to like remember that. And this is basically a source of energy for the cells. So adenosine triphosphate, it acts as energy for the cells. This, in theory, then makes cells better able to respond to damage and to then rejuvenate themselves. So that's the whole idea of red light therapy. It's just kind of helping your own cells to step up their game, if you will, and then help with things like muscle recovery, hair loss, pain, inflammation, recovery, all of that kind of stuff. So what have I noticed over the last 6 weeks? First of all, I used this while I was in gentlemen, close your ears, PMS mode. The older I get, I find the worse my cramps are getting. I use this over that area, and oh my gosh, you guys, you do get a slight warming sensation for this, which is wonderful. Actually, if you have really sore muscles, it feels good. But when I use this over the old ute, if you will, oh my gosh, I immediately felt so much more relaxed. The cramps were lessened. I don't think it made my cramps go completely away, but it definitely helped to improve the pain level significantly. Plus, that warming sensation just felt really soothing, and it was wonderful. So for that alone, I would say if you have problems, this is worth looking into. I'm not saying you have to get this exact one here, but if you deal with bad cramps, I think this is worth looking into. In fact, I'm really excited I have this because I also have a daughter. She is not quite at that point yet, but when she is, I would totally get her something like this. Instead of giving her like a hot water bottle, which can be a little bit more dangerous. So something like this, I think, would be very helpful for pain management in in that area of life if you need it. I have also used this because I just deal with a lot of discomfort in my body every day because I let the dogs sleep in bed with us, and they sleep around me. So Penny likes to sleep between my legs, and then Alf kind of blocks me into like a weird like position as well. Basically, I sleep completely contorted because I don't want I don't want the dogs to not get rest, because I know it sounds idiotic, like I should just move the dogs to the side and I should get comfortable, but I am one of those insane dog people where I'm just like, oh, I don't want Alfie to be uncomfortable in bed. I'll be uncomfortable in bed. That, however, has resulted in a ton of especially low back pain for me. So I've been using this on my lower back, and oh my gosh, you guys, it immediately, again, it's the warmth, it's that soothing, it is that red light therapy. It makes the back pain go away for me. Again, not entirely, but it reduces it significantly to the point where I'm not even bothered by it anymore. And it's so easy to do. I literally just lay this on my bed and I lay on top of it. And I actually just kind of like, I have my upper back here, and then I just, you know, the rest of me goes here. And I put it on for about 20 minutes at level 4. Because I'm very familiar with red light therapy, I just went whole hog on level 4. I didn't feel the need to work up. But if you've never done red light therapy, I would suggest starting slow and starting with, like, you know, 5-minute increments, 10, 15, 20, kind of build yourself up. I just don't go in like guns blazing right away, right? So yeah, I turn it on level 4 and I just lay there for 20 minutes, and immediately after, like, getting up, I feel a lot more limber, and it's just made the biggest difference in my lower back, you guys. I am not going to say that I've noticed any like significant like hair benefits. I've only, like, you know, put it on my head like a few times or whatever. But what I like about this device is it's flexible. You can use it a ton of different ways. It is effective. It has the 2 wavelengths of light that are really great for muscle relaxation and just overall wellness. I don't use the goggles. It comes with goggles. In fact, they're like they're fabulous sunglasses. I don't use these. It does come with them. I don't use them. Mostly I'm laying on top of this thing, or it's laying across my body. So yeah, I don't see the need. But anyway, you guys, I love this thing, and I thought a lot of you would probably appreciate it as well, just because it is a lot more affordable than a full body system. And while I am still excited to get a setup like that for myself, because I think it would be good for Craig as well, because we're both getting old. We're both in our kind of mid 40s. Craig's a couple years younger than me, but he's definitely in his 40s as well. And he's still playing hockey, and something like this is also useful for him as well. He just had a muscle injury his last game. So yeah, boyfriend is going to be using a little bit of this red light therapy as well. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I think it's a wonderful, more affordable option. If you're on a tighter budget, I think this would be a great route. And the lifespan of this product, I mean, 50,000, that's a lot of years of use. Even if you're using it several times a week, it's going to take you a long time to use up the lifespan of those bulbs. So it's incredibly well made. I have not had any issues at all. I think my only complaint is that the dog fur sticks to it, but I've just been using a, what do you call that, lint roller to clean it up like once or twice a week, and it's fine. I mean, there's not like a ton of dog hair on here, but, and that's my problem. I have hairy dogs. So, but I've had really great luck with this. I find it to be comfortable. I find it to be effective. And quite frankly, now that I am in the starting stages of saving again, I feel like this is going to get me through until I can get that other system in place for myself. So if you're in the same boat as me and you don't have the money to spend on a full body system, I think this is a great alternative. Like I said, this particular one is currently sold out. It'll be back in May at some point. But in the meantime, if you are okay with a slightly different like configuration in terms of size, check out the one that I'm going to link down below. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video today. I hope that it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about red light therapy. I'm by no means an expert, and I just kind of approach it from the standpoint of I've just kind of read a lot about it and I'm interested in it. But yeah, I'll try to answer any questions you may have. I'm still going to be using this for my face. I mean, this is never going anywhere, but yeah, if you're looking for something affordable, check that out. I think you'll really enjoy it. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Scienlodic for sending this to me. And I really appreciate it. All right, take care. Toodaloo.